know that feeling at 2 a.m. when a random thought just refuses to let you sleep? Here's mine for tonight. Somewhere up near the North Pole, a guy is walking out of his house, which is built entirely out of snow, and somehow he's not freezing to death inside it. How does that even make sense? Ice is cold. Snow is cold. So why would you build a house out of the stuff that's trying to kill you and somehow end up warm? Wait, how does an ice house actually keep you warm? Tonight we're talking about igloos, the iconic ice houses built by the Inuit people, and the surprisingly brilliant physics behind why they actually work. It's a structure born from one of the most extreme environments on Earth, a testament to human ingenuity. But before we get into the science of it all, it's important to get the context right. You've probably heard the word Eskimo. For a long time, it was the common term used by outsiders to describe the indigenous peoples of the Arctic regions of Greenland, Canada, and Alaska. But the term is now considered outdated and even offensive by many, as it was a name given to them, not one they chose for themselves. The people who actually live there prefer to be called the Inuit, which in their language, Inuktitut, simply means the people. It's a simple, powerful declaration of identity. And for thousands of years, the Inuit have not just survived, but thrived in the vast, frozen landscapes of the Arctic. They developed a profound understanding of this world, surviving temperatures that can plummet to a staggering -50 degrees Celsius. Think about that for a moment. In a world with no forests for timber, no earth for bricks, and certainly no hardware stores, what do you use to build a shelter? The Inuit turned to the only material available in limitless supply, the very snow and ice that made survival so challenging. They took the frozen white death surrounding them and transformed it into a source of life and warmth. To really understand the genius of the igloo, we first have to look at an unlikely expert in staying warm, the sea otter. Now, unlike seals or whales, sea otters have practically zero blubber to insulate them. So, how do they survive in frigid ocean water that would be deadly for us in minutes? The secret is in their fur. It's the densest of any animal on Earth, with up to 1 million hairs per square inch. This incredibly dense coat is designed to do one thing perfectly: trap air. It holds thousands of tiny air pockets right against their skin, creating a permanent, self-repairing dry suit. You see, air is one of the best natural insulators in existence. Heat struggles to travel through it because its molecules are so far apart. This resistance to heat flow is what gives it a high R value, the same rating we use for insulation in our homes. This trapped layer of air acts like an invisible shield, keeping the otter's precious body heat in and the freezing water out. It's a brilliant solution, and it's the exact same principle the Inuit mastered for building in the Arctic. They don't use just any snow. The right material is crucial. They search for packed powder snow, or pukak in Inuktitut, which has been compressed by the wind into a strong, uniform slab. This specific type of snow is a structural miracle. It's roughly 10% frozen water and 90% trapped air. Think about that. It's practically frozen foam. Because it's mostly air, it has incredibly low thermal conductivity, meaning it doesn't let heat escape easily. A thick wall of this snow can have an R value comparable to modern building materials. So the igloo isn't just a shelter made of ice, it's a shelter made of air, held together by a delicate crystal matrix. It holds warmth in, just like a thermos bottle, creating a pocket of life and comfort in one of the most extreme environments on the planet. But it's the engineering of the igloo, perfected by the Inuit over generations, that is truly a masterpiece of thermal physics. It's not just a dome, it's a sophisticated system designed to manipulate the very air inside it. It's a layered system, both in its walls and its internal layout. When you enter an igloo, you often have to crawl through a short, low passage. The floor isn't flat. Instead, the interior is ingeniously divided into 3 distinct levels, each with a specific purpose. Level 1 is that entrance tunnel. It acts as a cold trap. Since cold air is denser than warm air, it sinks and gets caught in this lower trench, preventing it from chilling the main living space above. It's a brilliant, passive airlock. Level 2, a step up from the entrance, is the main floor. This is the area for cooking and daily life, the heart of the home. Here, a soapstone oil lamp, known as a kudlik, provides not just light, but also a crucial source of heat for warmth and for melting snow into drinking water. And level 3, the highest point in the igloo, is the sleeping platform. This raised shelf is where people rest, elevated above the cooler air below. The reason is simple physics. Warm air rises. All the heat generated from body warmth, and that single oil lamp floats upward, concentrating exactly where it's needed most, in the sleeping area. This creates a pocket of relative comfort in the harshest of environments. A small ventilation hole at the very top allows carbon dioxide to escape and prevents the interior from overheating, which is a real concern. The walls of compressed air-pocketed snow act as a phenomenal insulator. The result is astonishing. Even with just body heat, the interior can be 40 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, warmer than the brutal world outside. With a small lamp, temperatures on the sleeping platform can rise from a frigid -40 degrees Celsius outside to a relatively balmy 16 degrees Celsius inside. The dome shape isn't just for looks either. A dome is one of the most efficient shapes in architecture, distributing weight and force evenly across the entire surface. This allows igloos to withstand Arctic blizzards that would tear apart modern buildings. Even with all our modern architectural software, we haven't found a better way to build an igloo than the way the Inuit have been doing it for centuries. An experienced builder can construct a shelter alone in just 3 hours, a masterpiece of materials science created from the very thing that should be freezing them solid. So the next time you're lying in bed at 2 a.m., remember that sometimes the most obvious things hide the most beautiful answers. A house made of ice that keeps you warm. An animal with no blubber that survives the deep freeze. Ancient people who cracked an engineering problem we still admire today. Sometimes we just need to stop dreaming and start looking at the world a little differently. Thanks for watching Late Night Thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries that keep us awake. Sleep well, or don't. You're here, after all.